Good morning, I'm Chip.
Hey, good morning, I'm Steve.
And I'm Danny.
This is Bob.
I'm Harmon.
Harry.
Mary.
And this is
Chip's Garage.
Steve, once again, buddy.
I know.
I mean, this is one of the coolest cars we've ever done, actually.
I think so.
Yeah, we got Harry and Mary with us.
Mary.
You'll remember Harry brought a car before with us.
Right.
You've only brought one so far, right? Prior to this, two. Oh, that's right.
Right.
The
55.
Yeah.
And I can't fit in any of them.
Yeah, you'll notice we're holding our microphones today, and we're doing that because of we haven't been able to afford the big dollar system yet.
Soon.
But we are going to make it better so everybody can hear. So when Mary or Harry talks, we'll have sound for them today.
Right. This is an unbelievable car.
Yeah,
every time he goes somewhere, everybody goes nuts over it.
Well, it's
amazing.
It's a radical custom.
Radical custom.
Right?
Yes. Radical
Yeah.
custom.
Tell us just a little bit about it.
Well, it's a 49 Buick. It was a four-door sedan made into a two-door Speedster. But it's on an 81 Monte Carlo frame. About the only thing that's original on the car are the headlights, the tail lights, and the portholes on the side that show Buick.
Yeah.
Has another hood on the back to make it a Boattail Speedster. Made into a two-seater instead of the four-door sedan. A lot of welding. A guy named Dave Smith in Ohio originally built the car.
Yeah.
He had fallen out of a truck, 18-wheeler, tore himself up pretty bad. So he's on meds and had to stay home. That's when he
had a vision.
Yeah.
Had a vision, yeah.
You know what, though? I mean, look at that thing. It's beautiful. Now, show us the picture here. We'll look in the camera.
Yeah.
And this was the car originally, what it would have looked like, correct?
Yeah. This is not this car, but it was a four-door sedan just like that with all these modifications to look like this.
Yeah, now can you imagine? Look at that, and then wait till we walk around this.
Yeah.
This is amazing. So let's walk around. Well, wait for 1 minute. We got Mary, Steve.
Mary,
talk to Mary there.
Now, I've known both Harry and Mary for since I was a little kid, 47 years, and they've been always great to me, great people, and he's always had great cars. Always awesome stuff.
Steve's just trying to get them to leave him cars in the thing.
No. We ain't going to go there, okay?
He does that with everybody.
I can't fit in them, so I don't want it, okay? But what's really cool is, he always has something great, but Mary has been such a great trooper. She's supported him through all these years. Yeah. And every time we go to car shows, she's always there. We've went to Holland, Michigan together, went to Maggie Valley together.
They've been together how many years?
It'll be 59 in February.
That's married.
God bless you.
So were you born when you were together?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't born yet.
But high school sweethearts? Yes? No, just met early though, right? You were 16?
Right.
She was still in high school.
Yeah, wow.
16 and 19.
Wow.
That's
cool.
awesome.
That's cool. And then look what they built all these years.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, Mary was telling us that she likes to help on the car sometimes. Harry said her favorite part is bleeding the brakes.
That's funny, yeah.
She hates that. Pump.
Yeah.
Hold.
What?
Do it again.
Ready to go. We all been there, right?
Yeah.
Just real quick before we go over the car, I always make the announcement, Steve, but the channel is strictly about keeping this old car culture going, getting the new generation of young people involved. They don't understand a lot of this stuff, and someday they're gonna
own stuff like this.
Own these cars.
Because I'm not going to be here.
Yeah.
Somebody has to drive it.
Exactly. We don't profess to be experts on all this stuff. We're learning every time. We've had some great comments too.
Yeah.
If you go on and read the comments on our YouTube channel, you'll see there's some good information on that last car we did, Steve.
Yes,
so check
good,
it out.
good.
We want to thank everybody for that, but we're not professionals in all this. We're just trying to keep it going, guys.
And me being as a teacher, all my students love watching it. Can we watch it? We got bookworks. No. So I have to go Chip's Garage. They love Harry.
Yeah.
The guys, I don't know, they just love you, Harry.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, Harry, come on. And Mary, let's look.
Right.
Start right at the beginning. Tell us what you got going on here. Here you go.
Put this aside. Well, originally it didn't have this grill. I bought the car from upstate New York. It was a mess mechanically. The brakes, the shoes had crumbled on the back. Didn't run good. Steering was iffy. So I had to do a lot of mechanical work first just to drive it. And then I started on fixing it up a little bit better. The guy had kept it in pretty good shape cosmetically, but then I wanted to make some changes. And I had to make one big change that I hadn't planned on. That's this front end. And let's see if I can.
If you could zero in on that, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
But if you notice how it's cleared over the metal, okay? There's a lot of work here now, guys. And you know it, and I know it as much as everybody else, that it takes a lot to get it to this spot. But it's going to take a lot more if you wanted to cherry it out. But as we were talking, you seem like you'd like to keep it like this. I think it's all in agreement that it's just cool like this.
Well, I get more of a attention with it this way. Plus, the car guys like to see, well, how did you make a four-door sedan into something like this?
Right.
So I showed them what the guy did. And, of course, I had to redo the front end. I drove it into a tree in my driveway when the return spring on the throttle broke.
Yeah.
And so I had to get another hood.
And it came back about this far.
Yeah.
And it's
crushed
not
the radiator,
Yeah.
ruined the grill. So I found this 57 Cadillac front bumper. Plus,
right here, which is an awesome. That's one of the most iconic
look at
old
this.
bumpers.
Yeah. I mean, that's just so beautiful in the front of this.
I also found the grill to swap meat, and I think that bottom piece is a 52 Chevy above the grill piece.
So let's point out some stuff here, and you can see some of the metalwork, which I agree with, leaving this metal and just clear coat it over. But look at the metalwork, and again, remember, this was a four-door sedan. So when you look at it and see what they've did, it's amazing metalwork.
Remember these holes, our audience. Remember this, because we're going to show you what went there. Okay,
right,
just remember
earlier.
when we assume.
So what's in right here?
But if you look at it, it's beautiful, beautiful car. It's got the portholes. If you look on the side, it has the portholes, the white walls. What kind of hubcaps are they, Harry?
Those are called, what were they called? Ripple. We call them Ripple hubcaps.
Ripple?
But there was a name to them.
Like a Ripple Moon almost.
Yeah. Okay.
And interesting with the single headlights up front, and I guess again, when at 58 they went to the double headlights.
Yeah.
But it's
50.
pretty cool how they did. And look at the design down the hood. Again, back in the day, you know, you just don't see stuff like this anymore.
Beautiful.
We always pointed out the around the headlights here, but man, I love that bumper, Harry. Yeah. I absolutely love it.
That's a one-year only hood, so I had to find another one.
Oh,
and I found it in New England, had it shipped to Florida. It was a new old stock hood.
Oh,
wow.
Really?
But,
do you want to tell us what that costs?
No.
I think
you don't have to.
You know, the guy sold it to me cheap.
Oh, really?
But the shipping.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he put it in a cardboard box.
Yeah, go deep.
And shipping company wouldn't pick it up, so then I had to have a box made.
So I crate it.
Yeah. And then shipping, it came up to like $700.
That's not bad. It's really not that bad.
That was 800.
Yeah.
Mary's got it.
Okay.
So let's walk around here. We've already talked about the hubcaps, and they were known for these portholes, right? That was sort of a.
This is a Buick Special, had 3 portholes. The Roadmaster had 4.
Okay. So the Roadmaster was a higher, more luxury type car.
Yeah.
But again, now we were talking also about your side exhaust here.
Yeah, this is all I have are straight pipes on here, and no mufflers. But I took sink drain caps and weld them on the end.
That's a good idea.
And it works out great. The sound is just right.
That's awesome. So there is no mufflers, it's straight pipes, and we got sink drain covers
to
cover the outside. That's awesome. Now I notice there's no door handle here or anything, and you don't have any windows, right?
No, I'm working on trying to make windows for it because I hope to drive it to Kansas this summer for a big car show.
Yeah.
And you do have air in it, though.
I did put air in it.
He has air and heated.
For the future.
Yeah. Now you tell us about the top, because it didn't come with the top when you got it. It was just basically a Roadster, right?
Did not come with the top. All it had was a short windshield, plexiglass. It was kind of rough cut, no frame to it. So I made this windshield frame, and this is Lexan that I bent for the windshield itself.
And you did all this yourself, right?
Yes,
and you also fixed the front end yourself after it was wrecked and everything. That's awesome, buddy.
Now, Harry,
do you want to tell the viewers how old you are?
80.
80 years old, and he's doing all this himself still. This is something you can stay in for life. It's good for kids, women, men. You can stay in it forever. It's an
Great
awesome
hobby.
Yeah, Mary was telling me earlier about how she really enjoys. Well, tell us about going to ships.
It's a wonderful hobby, and we've traveled all over the country and met wonderful people. It's a great hobby.
Yeah,
I recommend it.
Other than bleeding to brakes, right?
Yeah. Well, I've known Harry for years, since 18 years old. And he's been such a craftsman on these cars. You know, he kind of does it silently, where he says, "I'm going to do something," then he shows up and it's done. It's not like it sits in his garage for months and years and all that. But when he says he's going to do it, he does it. And it's really neat what you've done with this.
Oh, I love his Thunderbird and that motor he's got in it. That
Thunderbird
engine is unbelievable. So show us. Go ahead, Steve.
Oh, okay. Let me come on over here. You know, it was a 4-door, so they had a spot here, a part here. And then they cut it out and they put it here and they lengthened the door. As you can see it, it made it longer to make it a coupe, you know, like a roadster, you know. It's really neat how they utilize all the little pieces that they cut off.
Yeah, to extend it, they had to add this piece here. And then, of course, this piece back here because of the hood on the back. Here.
And then the fender skirts, how they fit in there, he was telling us.
Yeah,
it's
tell
really
us about
cool.
that, Harry.
Yeah, see this piece welded on the outside, this rectangular piece? Well, this skirt is actually just a piece of sheet metal that slides up to a slot between this piece and the original fender that was on the car.
Now that's removable to help get the tires, slide it out, and you get the tires on and off.
I still have to disconnect the shock absorbers though to let the rear end swing down.
So how's Triple H figured this out?
Yeah. And I'm not on airbags. This is the way this car rides.
Yeah, it's not bagged.
That's awesome though.
Yeah.
Show us the interior, what you got going on here.
I'll tell you what, he really gave me a good idea for the seats. Wait till you see the seats.
Yeah. Go ahead, Steve.
Okay. Well, look, I love this. This just kind of adds to the, you know, the car and all that. But Harry, you made your own dash. Is that right?
Well, it's the original dash, but I heavily modified it. There were bumps and switches and knobs everywhere. So I took it all off, smoothed it, put the gauges in. You can see Steve's head.
Yeah, see, I can't fit in any of your cars. I don't want them.
I'm 5'6", and my hair touches the headlight.
Yeah, and I'm 6'2". But these seats are of a pontoon boat. They're swivel. And this is such a good idea for a hot rod that you could just go in like this. Well, remember the Chevy Laguna? That's where I thought you might have got the track out of.
Yeah, the T-Bird, early T-Bird had.
Oh, did they? Also. But, I mean, this is so good. And they lock into place, huh?
No.
No? Okay.
I just swivel around.
And just put your seatbelt on. Swivel around. Swivel. Might be a song.
And no, I think you said this, Harry. You did all this, right? You had all this.
He did all this.
So there really wasn't much of an interior.
You got it.
Yeah, I did it all myself.
Cup holder. Sorry. Check that out in the shifter. Look at that. Isn't that a neat cup holder?
That cup holder is, Mary wanted a cup holder, and so I came across that up in a car show.
Oh, you didn't make it?
Frankenmuth, Michigan.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is so cool. And everything is just right. It's got, I see it's got the original power brake. Is that right? The power brake. Yeah. They had that back then, didn't they? It says power brakes. So that's original, huh?
Really cool.
Yeah.
Notice all the metalwork here again, if the viewers can look here. I mean, there is just metalwork everywhere. Did the guy ever tell you how much time he put into the metalwork?
He did not. We didn't discuss that. But right now, see these holes here?
Yeah.
I'm drilling it to see where I can put my window channel in.
Oh, good.
All right.
Eventually make windows.
Windows, yeah.
And you've done, how many hours would you say you have in this car since you got it?
You know, I've got 14 cars. I switched from one to the other. I don't.
Just take a wild guess. Like,
hundreds.
I'd rather put years.
Years, okay, years.
How many years? 10 years? Since you've had it like 10 years, right? 8 or 10 years, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well,
awesome.
Look, the gas cap is very simple. These are the original taillights, and they just flow really beautiful on that. But if you look at it, you don't know if it's coming and going. This is a hood from the front. So the guy actually welded the hood on it, on the back, which really makes it look like a Speedster. And he took, this is original. Is that correct, huh?
This,
For the front.
Yeah, they had 2 of these on the front fenders.
That's the holes I told everybody to look and watch what we're going to do.
Yeah, they were the marker lights.
Right, these are the marker lights that go on the front fenders. Harry just put one here, just put the chrome, put one here and sprayed it. Right. Now it's a 3rd brake light.
Yeah, it sprayed it with candy apple red on the original white lens.
Yeah, to make it right.
Yeah.
I like your license plate.
So it lights up. It lights up when you hit the brakes. Yes. And there is no trunk in this now. There's a storage space behind the seats. But there's no trunk. And this is an actual hood. Which, and again, look at all the body work.
Yeah.
Look at all the metal work. Just all of these lines. It's all metal work and fabricated.
Yeah, and Dave Smith was the guy that did all this.
Yeah,
amazing.
You can see the tack welds here if you look.
Yep.
And man, I just love, like you said, Harry, I love seeing the work. To me, if it was covered with painted, it would really ruin it almost. Yeah. And this is an original 49 bumper.
That is a Buick 49 bumper. Yep.
Would you fill in or just?
I did a little bit of smoothing on it. But,
and this is great because people love to see this stuff. You know, and then like I say, once it's painted, you know, like you were saying, but this is awesome because they can, I could do this to mine. Oh, look at this.
Let's show the viewers from here, back here, ways the look coming on it, because it's amazing what's going on.
Look at that. And it's proportioned beautiful. It's
perfect. I cut that, I was making that roof, built it 4 different times. I cut it apart, redo it, reshape it. Still not done with it, but I've got the shape I wanted. And
did a great job.
It was built out of electrical conduit, hardware, cloth, wire, and then put a fleece blanket over it, fiberglass, Bondo.
Yeah.
Nice.
What would be your advice, Harry, since you do a lot of this stuff, your work, to younger people that might want to get into it? You know, things such basic advice as far as how to get into this and how to work on it.
Well, I was an electronic technician. I didn't really know much about cars. I always liked cars. But you just start on something, progress, join a car club. They can help you. They can explain. They're always great guys.
Your auto shop teacher?
Yeah. And they can go ahead and guide you. And you just got, now you have YouTube. YouTube will show you everything. How to do it.
Excellent. And here's a guy again that really had no experience in this, and he learned. So anybody can learn if you want to. And there's the point. And this is, I mean, this is an art form that's almost becoming lost in a way. This metal work.
It really is.
Yeah. Look again. You can see all the panels and the metal work here, and what they did. It's just amazing the amount of work.
Yeah. Cool.
Absolutely amazing.
And if you'll get a shot of the headliner, you can see.
I think we become silent for a second because we're still looking at the car going,
I am.
I mean, we just keep finding more cool stuff about what they did.
Yeah, everywhere you look, there's something new.
You know, and it's just, wherever you go, people just take a 360 and turn, their heads just spin around a few times, don't they?
Yeah, but most of the questions, most people comment, well, it's a work in progress. I got to tell them, no, it's done.
It's done.
Yeah.
And what do they think it is? What do they think it is?
A lot of it. Well, they're confused.
They're confused. Okay.
Well, let's open the hood and take a look at it. See what we got going on there.
Let's get this here. I'll help you with it. Look how nice this is. You can work on it. This is really cool.
Yeah, the hood on the Buicks originally were split, and you could lift side to side. So they had hinges on that side, hinges on this side. And when you open the hood, you'd open up this way. You could work on this side of the engine, close it, pop that side, work on that side. So it tilted this way or that way. But I was working on it when I first got it. I think I left the tool over here, and I was working on that side. So I had to close the hood, pop this side open, grab that tool, close the hood, go back, open that side. So I've made it a front tilt.
It was a neat concept.
Yeah, so you did this, made it a front tilt.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's awesome. And look here, I'm assuming that's the original.
That's original.
Wow, the original Ventag on the car.
Yeah.
Like you say, it was a neat concept of going side to side. It was something different and cool.
Yeah.
Because most hoods only open up so far
Model
back.
51.
In front.
That's right.
So tell us about what you got going on here.
Well, it's a 307 small block Chevy.
307, okay.
Turbo 350 transmission. I put on air, and when I stuffed the front end, I had to put a new radiator in it.
Aluminum radiator.
Yeah, runs super cool. I go down the highway, even here in Florida, like 140, 150 degrees. No fan running.
Yeah.
It really runs cool.
Nice.
And of course, I did the double roller timing chain and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I put AC on it, although it only blows on Mary's side, and she likes
well,
that.
that's good. If it was going to blow on one side, that's the side to blow it on.
To blow on, yeah.
So it keeps her cool.
That's right.
Once I put windows in, I'm going to run a duct over to my side also.
Yeah, it's got the ram's horn exhaust, which is really cool, which I like. That's very old school. And it's got power brakes, power steering, so power brakes being over there.
Got an Edelbrock 4-barrel, huh?
Yep, original 81 Monte Carlo steering and brakes.
Yeah, so remember this is on an 81 Monte Carlo frame. Chassis, everything. Suspension is all 81.
Extended.
And so it rides really, really smooth, right? Really comfortable.
It rides great for an old car. You know, I got all these old cars and jumping from one to the other.
Yeah.
This rides real well, steers great.
And you can buy any part for it if you're out of town. Something happens for suspension.
Oh, good point.
You can buy anything for it, and they're still plentiful. Yeah, they're still around.
Yeah. Well, guys, we're running out of time. Man, this is like all your cars here. You got some, some cool cars, buddy. So anyway, hey, I'm Chip.
Hey, I'm Steve.
I'm Harry.
I'm Mary.
And this is
Chip's Garage.
Oh, listen to that, Steve.
Cool. A little drain pipe action there. You know?
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Look at that thing. So beautiful.
Oh, has a nice little sound to it. Little hot rod sound. That is probably one of the coolest we've had in a while.
Stop.
Whoa, stop.
Trailer behind it.
You're not used to something without backup cameras, huh?
See ya.
Bye, guys.
Thank you, guys. Beautiful car.
Oh, look at that.